Hi all. One of the most valuable things we can come to know is that there is little in this life that does not require at least some measure of creativity. Whether you are trying to compose a symphony, find a job, cook a meal, or express an opinion, you cannot achieve your goal if you are not creative. Your outcomes will depend in good part on how you define creativity. According to the teachings of Buddhism, true creativity has to do with more than just ability or behaviors. While those play an important role, creativity ultimately has to do with our state of being. And knowing how to tap fully into your creative flow provides beneficial qualities that can extend into any area of your life. You see, creativity can be seen as a state of natural flow, one that spontaneously and effortlessly gives birth to all experiences of body, energy, and mind. This state of flow, which has its roots in openness, occurs only in the absence of false perceptions and fear. When you know how to tap fully into this open, creative flow, its beneficial qualities can extend to any area of your life. You can paint more masterful paintings, solve problems at work, resolve conflicts with loved ones, or even shift your thought patterns with more natural spontaneity. So, let's take a look at a common example using something very utilitarian to convince your boss that you deserve a promotion. You know that this new job opening is meant for you. You have been thinking about it for weeks, but you know skill will be needed to sell the idea to your boss. If you enter the meeting with him or her feeling positive and spacious, you are far more likely to present a skillful argument from a place of genuine self-confidence and enthusiasm. Most people, however, seek solutions from a place where the creative flow is blocked, and as a result, their words and actions are both contrived and unnatural. For example, imagine on that morning of the day you are meeting with your boss, you wake up in a bad mood. For whatever reason, you are feeling just a little bit depressed, pessimistic, and edgy. The problem is self-image. You identify with the negative energy. You think, I'm feeling bad, or something is wrong with me this morning. It's a very familiar feeling of unworthiness that many of us experience. Without awareness, you can't clear the negative energy you are holding. You sit on your bad mood as usual. As the appointed meeting with your boss approaches, it is from this place of negative self-image that you begin to feel nervous. You wonder, has my coworker already been chosen for the new position? Has anyone even noticed all of my contributions at work? That mistake I made last month, will my boss hold it against me? By the time you sit down across the table from your boss, you will actively be trying to hide your fear and agitation. You may be dressed professionally, speaking well, and expressing all your well-rehearsed arguments for why you deserve the promotion. But the right causes and conditions are not realized internally. No matter how well you smile or speak, your words come out as planned and effortful. Instead of seeing genuine confidence and enthusiasm, your boss will instead sense conflict and doubt behind a confident facade. At best, your boss will assume this is due to nerves. At worst, he or she will conclude that you doubt your own ability to take on new responsibilities, and maybe that promotion is not right for you. You see, particularly in stressful situations like meeting with the boss, we tend to focus too much effort on creating results and too little on taking steps that will allow the intended results to spontaneously arise in our life. If you play piano, fretting about what the audience thinks of the music, your notes may come out as stilted. If you paint a watercolor, worried about messing up a brushstroke, then the finished artwork may lack soul. If you give a gift, worrying about how its value will be perceived, the recipient may dismiss it as not coming from the heart. To keep from getting caught up in these hopes and fears, you must first stop focusing so much on the goal. In football, place kickers are trained to focus not on the goal, but on making solid contact with the ball. They remain conscious of the goalpost. Likewise, even as you are conscious of your goal, it makes sense to place your attention on lining up the sights and taking the steps that can cause your desired result to manifest when required. Think of how you feel as you are helping loved ones move forward in their lives. People who get excited about helping others don't base their actions on outcomes or fear and are not concerned about feeling unworthy. They just feel joy and openness in doing a simple task without expectations. So, whether you are looking to transform a life of sadness and depression into one of happiness and joy, or you're wishing to take your mindset to a higher level, instead of keeping your attention on the goal, focus on taking these next 3 steps. First up, clear your inner obstacles. The first step towards unleashing the open flow of creativity is to attain a state of openness. That requires clearing away your negative self-image. People who are stuck always seem to have excuses for not moving forward. You may think, I'm not good enough, or no one else has done it before, or this is not the right time and place. But whether you have 10 reasons or 1,000, external factors are not the real obstacle. The real block is within. It's not that someone else is in your way. You yourself are the block. You are attached to the aspect of yourself that is blocking the way. Now, there are many methods for clearing awareness and improving self-image. Talk therapy is one. Practicing yoga is another. On a deeper level, meditation techniques such as the Bon Buddhist practice of Sao Lung or the 9 breathings of purification can help you clear the physical, energetic, and mental obstacles associated with negative self-image. Next up, we need to open to your potential. If you can successfully clear the clouds of negative self-image and become more familiar with the vast openness, then by resting deeply enough in that space, you will begin to feel an even greater opening and sense of peace. The sparkling qualities manifesting in that space are the light of awareness and potentiality. So the second step towards unleashing a free-flowing mindset is to cultivate and connect fully with that awareness and sense of unlimited potential. Once you do so, you can come to realize that not only are you more than you had always thought you were, but your entire world is full of positive aspects and moments. Finding solutions to problems may only require a new perspective, but sometimes it requires exploring whole new horizons. The more you become aware of what is blocking your perception and practice clearing it, the more you discover and cultivate a more positive sense of self that is based on the absence of obstacles. This much larger sense of self has nothing to do with identity and everything to do with openness. You are the infinite space that has opened up. Thirdly, we need to nurture a sense of being. Once you have realized a sense of openness, confidence, and unlimited potential, then qualities of joy, what you hear as being, can naturally arise. It is only from this place that creativity and positivity finally will freely manifest. The third condition for connecting with your creative nature, therefore, is to notice and nurture a feeling of being. Just as the sky is the primary source of the sun and the wind, which give birth to all the flowers and trees, openness is the primary source of confidence and being, which in turn give birth to creativity and enlightened manifestations. From there, creativity flows. At any given point in your life, do what you can to move that process along. Try to focus more on what works rather than what is not working. Once all the right conditions are in place, unrestricted creative flow often comes spontaneously. If not, there is no problem with inviting it, reminding it, and bringing in a little energy as a booster. If you set up the right conditions, focusing in all the right places, the intended results will come. So whether it is a great artist immersed in the act of painting, a mother embracing her child, or a bodhisattva expressing compassion to sentient beings, full immersion in the creative flow brings a sense of freedom, playfulness, and joy. If you create from this place, hours can pass without your noticing. You go beyond time and space. You have many enlightened qualities during that timeless moment, and those qualities are far more valuable than any product you create. Creation itself is not as important as being in the moment of creating. As always, peace and love, Jim.